Hi guys, Jamie the Spirit Coach here to give you guys a general reading. Please take what resonates and leave the rest, as this reading may or may not be for you at this time. I want to start out by saying thank you guys so much for clicking on the video. Please feel free to give me a like, comment down below how the reading resonates for you, or give me a follow if you haven't already. It really helps to support the channel and get the messages out there, guys. So I thank you, I appreciate you, and I love you. Welcome, Aquarius. This is going to be your reading. For today's reading, we're going to be doing something that I kind of created. I created a spread based off of an exercise that I like to do for myself, where I imagine a triangle, and I imagine at the top of the triangle my head, and then I imagine at the bottom right being my heart, and the bottom left being my body. And in moments when I feel that I need to make a decision on something, or I feel torn about something, or I feel like my body is just trying to let me know something, I will envision this triangle and do this exercise. And once I ask all three of those areas, then I go with the average answer, right? The one that sticks out the most. And ultimately, I feel that's my higher self telling me what to do, right? So I'm the type that believes that we all hold the answers within ourselves, and we all have the tools that we need to create the reality that we desire, right? So we're going to do a spread here where I'm asking the cards what's in the head, what's in the heart, what's in the body, and what is your higher self trying to tell you, Aquarius. So we'll start here with this enchanted map oracle deck of cards I've been doing for all the other signs. We'll do head, heart, body with this deck, and then we'll do our higher self with the Sacred Rebels oracle. All right, spirit, angels, guides, I ask that you bless these messages, the highest vibrations of love, light, and healing for the sign of Aquarius. What is going on in the headspace for the sign of Aquarius, Spirit? We got two cards come out. Wishing well and dry desert. Okay? Wishing well and dry desert going on in the head. We'll get all the cards out and then we'll kind of clarify with the tarot. What's going on in the heart for Aquarius, Spirit? What's going on in their heart space? What is their heart trying to tell them? What is their heart trying to tell them, Spirit? For the sign of Aquarius. Gonna get one card for the heart. Goblins. And then let's get one card for the higher self, Spirit, for the sign of Aquarius. Or no, I'm sorry. I have two cards from the head here, and I was getting confused. Sorry about that. We're going to get a card for your body. What is the body trying to let Aquarius know, Spirit, for their body? What is their body trying to tell them right now? Strength. All right, now let's switch it up. We'll see what the higher self has to say. All right, for Aquarius's higher self, Spirit, what can we get? What is their higher self trying to let them know overall? A message from their higher self. Big, bold vision. All right, Aquarius. So, in the headspace with the wishing well and the dry desert, to me, it's kind of feeling like you're making wishes, but as you make these wishes, you might turn around and immediately tell yourself it's not possible. or tell yourself that, you know, it's just a daydream or a fantasy or something along those lines. But there are things that you're wanting to manifest for yourself. And your wishes are being heard. But ultimately, you are in control of how that, not necessarily how it manifests, but if it manifests, you're kind of in control of that based off of your own beliefs, right? Dry desert. When I see the dry desert card, I mean, here in this imagery, she has hope. It's like she's looking out towards this, just looking out across the desert, maybe hoping to come across some water or something. There are cactuses here, so there is a way for her to replenish herself. She's not completely barren and stripped of the things that she needs to survive, right? She still has the things she needs to survive. Even there's birds in the sky and stars in the sky, so it's like you have your spirit guides and your team supporting you and helping you along the way. But it could kind of be feeling like things are just drying up around you, or your wishes aren't coming into fruition. It's kind of what I'm getting in this message with the headspace. Here in the heart space with the goblins is like, it's like the scary critters in the dark, right? When you're a kid and you think about goblins under your bed, right? Or you're scared of the dark because there might be something there that reveals itself, or you might see something that you don't necessarily want to see. But there is something going on deep within your heart that is, maybe it feels scary for you to look at, or scary for you to let yourself feel it or experience it. But I think all in all, there is this beautiful enchanted forest, and it could just simply be illusions, right? When you're walking through a dark forest and you see shadows, these shadows can look scary. They can look like figures or beings, but in the daylight, it's really just a tree casting a shadow on the ground and through the forest, right? So is it goblins that are actually genuinely going to harm you? No, it's not, right? All in all, if you really look at it more closely, you'll come into some enlightenment and some realizations with it, right? I kind of want to look at this dry desert card. So it says, dig deep for inspiration and truth. Now is the time to become resilient and adaptable. Yeah, so that is kind of what I was feeling. Like, she still has hope. She still has the things that she needs to survive, to support herself, to thrive in the desert, right? Even though it may look completely dried up around her, it's not necessarily so, right? She just has to be willing to open her eyes to see what is actually there. Wishing well, it says, desire is the sacred impulse for life. Feel it, but let go of all attachment to ownership, right? So when you make a wish, you have to truly just let it go and give it to the universe, right? You can't just sit and stew and stew and stew and think about it and think about it and think about it. Because when you do, you're holding on to it. You're not releasing it for it to come back to you, right? And this Goblins card, it says, fear is an illusion. Choose love today and forgive yourself and others. Goblins are born when you're wounded and something essential is lost in that experience. From that point on, as you forget your wholeness, they remain with you in the shadows. There they remind you of what brought them into being by mimicking your own voice or tricking you into believing that you're unworthy, victimized, or unlovable. They hold you hostage through low self-worth, self-sabotage, and the feeling that you're lacking what you need. If goblins are paying you a visit, know that they represent the shadow of your own self or someone else's, and that they're leading you into a potentially reactive situation. A goblin's card's appearance is an opportunity for growth, however, and a signal that you must love yourself. No human is without flaws. The goblin's message is that you must release any resentments and negative self-talk. Within you is the divine spark, and ask Spirit to help heal you. Miracles can and do happen when you let go of the negativity. Yeah, Aquarius, I really feel there is that, something I was saying deep down that you're not really wanting to look at, but you're being called to take a look at it. Your body is telling you you have the strength to do this. You're even going to experience more strength once you come out on the other side of this, right? Once you let whatever this is down in that deep heart of yours come to the surface and bubble up, it will be a beautiful expansion of you. It will be a growth happening. The number 44 for me is representative of stability, right? It's security, it's stability, it's feeling completely secure within oneself even. And then we have finally the big bold vision in your higher self. So your higher self is creating this healing because there is a vision that's coming through for you. There is a purpose for you to step into, but we have to be in alignment with that before it can actually happen, right? Whenever we're trying to manifest something for ourselves, if we don't believe that we are worthy of that thing, then we're creating a block and we can't receive it because instantly we tell ourselves that we're not worthy of it, right? Or we don't deserve it. So when you make these wishes for yourself, you truly have to genuinely believe that you are worthy. You deserve it. Let's read from the Sacred Rebels book for this big, bold vision. And then we'll clarify with the tarot. You were not born to play a small role in life. You have the ability to dream big. Even if you have absolutely no idea about how your visions can come to pass or what all the details may look like, you can access the heart and guts of a vision by tapping into your wildest dreams and surrendering attachment to exactly how it will all work out. The details are up to the creative genius of the universe. You are an active contributing participant, but not the sole player in your life journey. There is something, a vision or an idea, that is coming to you. You may worry that it is too much for you, but don't. It is meant to be yours. Although you might have some adjustments to make or some tweaking to do as you let go of your limited thinking and open up to a fearless acceptance of bigger, brighter, more radical, and more potent possibilities of creatively living in your light in the world. A sign that you are cracking out of your limited thinking to allow for a big, bold vision to come to you is that you might feel a little dizzy with shrinking limitations and expanding possibilities of life. You may wonder if you're allowed to access so much wonder. Remember that in your healing and growing success, as you manifest this big vision, you can touch the hearts of others through your presence, your inner work, your art, and your choices. It is a win-win situation. Those that are meant to live big, bold, and visionary lives need to give themselves permission to break the mold and forge newer, more expansive perspectives of what is possible, what is permitted, and what is of service. It's about letting go and opening up. Others will benefit from this, even though it is your vision. It is not just about you. You are being asked to remember that when something is right for you, endless synchronicities and support will flow your way at the right time and in the right way. Stay open, receptive, playful, and surrendered. Okay. Sorry about that, Aquarius. Someone knocked on my door unexpectedly. My dogs went crazy and I had to pause the video for a moment, but I am back. I do want to point out that that could be a message in itself for you, Aquarius. When things like this happen during a reading, I do take that as a sign that there's something in that for you. So it could be regarding these goblins that's going on. Maybe there's something that you prayed for or called out for or made a wish about, and now all of a sudden this goblin is going to show up coming from your heart space, I do feel. And it could be unexpected. It could hit you out of nowhere and kind of shock you at first, but it is something that's going to ultimately build strength for you and make you yeah, just make you overall a stronger, better individual, right? So I'll finish reading where I was reading before on the book for you. So it was saying, stay open, receptive, playful, and surrendered. This oracle brings you a message. You are about to receive or be invited to become a part of a grand visionary beginning. It has the makings of something fantastic. No matter how the journey that brings this vision into reality unfolds, and there will be some twists and turns that you don't see coming, it is still helpful for you to be open to it. Trust your heart. Be still with your choices, and when the time feels right and truthful, leap. This oracle brings a message for those who would like to further develop their intuitive sight. It's already happening. Trust in what you perceive, even if it conflicts with what everyone else around you is saying or the surface of things. Trust your inner perceptions. They are accurate and will be proven to be so later on. The healing process below will help you with this also. This oracle brings a general message of positive energy. Trust that things will be coming up roses for you. Even if everything seems to be in a bit of a shamble now, it's really just the essential mess before a truly spectacular success. And as I'm saying that, there's a car driving by right now my window. I don't know if you guys can hear it, bumping their music so loud. Another interruption, another disturbance. But all of that plays a part in this message for you, Aquarius. These things are coming up unexpectedly, but they're all for purpose. It's all happening for a reason, and it's all happening for the greater good. So you have to trust that, right? Okay, so let's dive deeper with the tarot and see a little bit more about the wishing well and the dry desert that's going on in the headspace here for you, Aquarius. Can we get a message for Aquarius regarding the headspace with this wishing well and dry desert? Can we clarify? Can we get one more clarifier for wishing well and dry desert? What is this about, Spirit? Okay. My cards, they're sticking. Okay. Yeah, so Knight of Pentacles in the upright here. Again, this is about, setting forth out on a journey towards something that is going to bring you success, fulfillment. Whenever we were reading from the book on the Big Bold Vision, it was saying there's something coming through, a vision, or you're going to be asked to join in with doing something or going on a journey. When this happens, you have to remember not to let your fears and anxiety hold you back. We've got the Nine of Swords in the reverse. In the upright, this card is talking about anxiety, fear, sleepless, restless nights, turmoil, like inner turmoil. In the reverse, that's amplified for me here. So you really have to trust that even though it feels scary, it's going to be the right thing. Don't let those fears keep you stuck. Okay, what is this goblins in the heart space, Spirit? Can we get a message for the goblins? Can we get one more card for the goblins? Okay, we got Ace of Wands in the reverse and King of Swords in the reverse. Okay, Ace of Wands is like inspired action, right? It's an idea that comes in, or it's a charge of energy that gets you moving, that gets you going, something you passionately go after, something that really sparks your heart, it lights a flame underneath you. But with it in the reverse, it's like a blockage of that. King of Swords is like standing in your authenticity, standing up in your truth, being logical, right? It's also like cutting through any bullshit that you might be telling yourself. I kind of want to see. I am just feeling a lot of inner turmoil going on for you, Aquarius, and I'm not sure what that's about. Yeah, like being clear-minded with the King of Swords, clear-headedness, intelligence, rational, follower of the rules, like blending intellect with emotional and spiritual energies, well-rounded, right? Making intelligent, wise decisions about the future. So it's like in the heart space with it being in the reverse, it's like you're, I'm sorry, this one wasn't in the reverse. The Ace of Wands was. But I still feel like there is a need for some truth here. There's a need for some courage. There's a need for you to be brave right now. Even in the face of adversity. Even when it feels like you just can't be brave. So in the reverse, Ace of Wands is feeling uninspired, creative blocks, the mind needing rest, unfocused energy, burnout, and a time to bolster your faith in yourself. Yeah, you're feeling burnt out, you're feeling drugged down, you're feeling weighed down by whatever this is that's creating this turmoil for you with these goblins. It's like it's been getting the best of you, but it's all for purpose here. Again, Aquarius, I can't express that enough. It's ultimately building you into a better person. It's molding you. It's shaping you. It's giving you all the things that you're going to need. I saw a card flip. The moon in the reverse, like illusions. It's breaking through the illusions, you know? Even in the darkness, realizing that maybe it's not actually a goblin at all, right? It might not be a goblin, it's just a shadow. It's just it's your own shadow even. Your own shadow could be scaring you, and that's okay. I think we're all a little bit afraid of our own shadow. It's not easy to face yourself. It's not easy to look yourself in the eyes or look in the mirror and say, you know, I am responsible for myself. I'm responsible for my feelings. I'm responsible for my thoughts, right? You're not necessarily at fault for the things that have happened to you up until this point in your life. You're not responsible for the goblins that have become of your past trauma and pain, but you are responsible for what you do with it from here. And that's not always easy to do, you know. The ego doesn't like that. Our ego doesn't like that. Okay, can I get something for the strength card? Can we clarify the strength card here, Spirit? I got 2 cards. Justice and the Lovers. Yes. Ultimately, like I said, it's like karmic justice is happening right now. You know, Aquarius, you know, ultimately, we have to give it to the universe and let the universe work it out for us. It's not always in our hands. Another thing that message was saying is that you are co-creating with spirit here, right? And justice will be served. The people that have wronged you or the things that have caused you pain, anguish, you know, or hurt in the past, the things that have caused you anxiety in the past will be cleared. On the other side of this healing, once you look at this shadow, there could be like a deep, dark night of the soul happening for you right now. You could be like, yeah, definitely doing some shadow work, but it's bringing you into union with yourself, maybe even with another. Whenever you go out on this journey, I feel like you're not necessarily going at it alone. You may have someone going with you. And at the end of it all, it's going to be exactly what you wished for. It may not look the way you envisioned it, but it's going to feel the way you wanted it to feel. What can we get for the big, bold vision? Oh, yes, Aquarius. Okay, first thing that came out was the Five of Pentacles. And this card is about, you know, kind of feeling left out in the cold, neglected, abandoned, things like that, right? So this could be some energies that you're working through. Fears of abandonment, fears of rejection, things like that. It could be, you know, that could be the goblin itself, right? Memories of your past here from the Six of Cups. You know, that's what's creating this fear. Also, sitting around thinking about it, dredging it up, you know, telling yourself the story over and over and over. How can you change the story? How can you see it from a different viewpoint? How can you see it through the eyes of grace? How can you see it through the eyes of love? And how can you surrender it to heal it in those times that you felt rejected or abandoned or left out in the cold? I don't feel you're alone in this, Aquarius. You have support. And ultimately, at the end of it all, with the Knight of Wands here, you're going to feel happy in the end. You know, I feel like this is going to bring a spark of inspiration in for you. Once you get through this shadow work, once you get through this healing, which is never easy, you're going to come out on the other side feeling fresh, feeling new, feeling more confident, feeling brighter, and ready to take a step towards the things that you imagine, right? No more listening to the lies and the deceit of your own thoughts or of the thoughts of others. You know, this card also talks about gossip and such, right? So if there's gossip going on, like, turn your head and don't worry about it right now. Just focus on you. Focus on your own healing. Focus on loving yourself. At the bottom, Seven of Cups. Make the choice, Aquarius. Choose you. Okay, let's see what door is opening up for you. For the sign of Aquarius, what door is opening up for them through this deep shadow work? Spirit, what door is opening up for the sign of Aquarius? Woo! Went on the floor. Oh, we got another one. 1 second. 1 second. Oh, wow. This one's cool looking. It's almost like multi-dimensional doors. Okay. Silent skill. I challenge you to unpack your mind in meditation's grace. The soul can unwind. Breathe in, breathe out, let go of doubt. Again, like I was saying, how can you see this through the eyes of grace? And there it is again. Sit and meditate with yourself. Sit and be with those thoughts and let them just flow through. Instead of grabbing onto those thoughts, right? When you're in that space or your mind is just really going, you know, and that lack mentality happens or that victim mentality starts going, just sit with it. Be the observer. Become the observer, Aquarius, and let them flow through, but don't grab onto them, right? Don't attach to them. That's going to help you. Breathe in, breathe out, let go of doubt. And then your next door, big beautiful blue door with a star on it just for you, Aquarius. The art of light. There's no sacred light in the aura of an invisible life. Be bold in your skin and let love dance in sight. I love that. So let yourself dream. Let yourself dare to imagine And let yourself believe in those dreams. Let yourself make a wish and know that those wishes are coming true for you. Can we get an affirmation to end the reading for the sign of Aquarius? Angels, guides, loved ones, for the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius, this will be an affirmation for you. Feel free to write it down, take it with you, put it on a sticky note, put it on your screensaver on your phone, but it will help you through this healing, right? You got 2 cards, one flipped. I am compassionate. I understand how important it is to have compassion, and not just for others, but for myself as well. I forgive myself for the times I may have let myself down, and I forgive others for the same. I realize that, like me, everyone is doing the best they know with the tools they have. I am compassionate. Yes, such a beautiful affirmation to sum up this reading here, especially regarding these goblins, you know, and this pain or whatever it is that's going on deep within you that you are having trouble releasing, Aquarius. This affirmation will help you moving forward. And finally, we have, I am worry-free. I release worry over things I cannot control. Instead, I choose to focus on things that are pleasing to me. When I release worry, I allow room for solutions to enter my life. I am worry-free. Yes, Aquarius, I'm drawn back to that 9 of Swords. Releasing that anxiety, letting those fears go, not believing those negative thoughts, because they're not true. And there's nothing wrong with it. You know, there's not anything wrong with you for having those thoughts. We all do. But when it becomes a problem is when you hold on to them. You cling on to them and you let them consume you. But you're beautiful, Aquarius. You have a big, bold vision coming through. You have things happening for you. It may be hard right now, and it may feel like you are in the deepest, darkest pits of hell at the moment. But I promise you, you're strong enough to come out on the other side. I believe in you. I love you, and I thank you for watching this reading, Aquarius. Again, feel free to hit that like button. Give me a follow if you haven't already, or comment down below on how the reading resonates. I really appreciate you. I love you. May you have a blessed day. Bye.